Valley Club, it looks like not one, but two fusion characters are coming in August. One from the past and the legendary Doggo that is coming. And we got some nerfs to some relics. And if you're ready for all the news, you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin raid channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day. We got some news yesterday that Packmaster Shayak would be returning in August. That's to go along with Kro'khad, the Throat Ripper, the new dog that's coming to Raid Shadow Legends. And if you get some value from this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new raid video goes up. At least 6 pieces of Raid Shadow Legends content every single week on this channel. And before we get all the news about Kro'khad and Packmaster Shayak, I do want to remind you guys, if you just want to get off to one of the best starts in Raid Shadow Legends, or you want to have one of your friends start to play with you, use the link in the description or that QR code to start off a brand new copy of Raid. If you do that, you're going to get off to one of the best starts in Raid Shadow Legends, getting 3 legendary characters, 3 epic characters, starting off with this guy, Karato Fox, and their great legendary attacker. Then you could use the code on the screen, one of the codes on the screen, to get another legendary character right off the bat. My recommendation would be to get Tholen Foulbeard with the code Demon Slayer. I used the Monkey King code to get Sun Wukong. Also great for late game is Tuhanarak with the code Desert Queen, but you can use any of these codes on the screen. And then at certain levels, you're gonna get epic characters, some of the best epic characters in the game: Uugo, Tagoar, Fayne, and if you log in right now, there is a calendar for Lemonici the Goldwing. It is a 7-day calendar, so make sure you do that because that calendar is gonna end soon. Let's get into the news of Raid Challenges. Hey Raiders, summer's in full swing. Perfect time for sunbathing, swimming, or just enjoying ice cream. Shout out to our Southern Hemisphere players enjoying the winter vibes. Stay warm out there. The long-awaited Doggo, Kro'khad, the Throat Ripper, is getting ready to join Teleria. As part of our tradition, we've prepared several updates for you. Without further ado, let's dive into the next issue of Raid Digest. So this is kind of new to me. Kro'khad, the Throat Ripper, and Packmaster Shayak both coming in August. As you most likely know, Kro'khad, the Throat Ripper, will be joining the game soon. That is the fusion. Looks like a fragment fusion, so it seems like these are a little easier than some of the traditional fusions or some of the mixed fusions like we had for Titus. But when it happens, Packmaster Shayak's skills description will include his new companion. And if we look at the skills for Packmaster Shayak right now, all the dogs that are in the game are mentioned, but because Kro'khad's not in the game yet, he's not mentioned there. So his A3, the debuff can be resisted if he has some of these dogs on the team. It should be including Kro'khad when he comes out in the game. Also, this buff cannot be removed or stolen if he has at least one of these characters, one of the dogs on the same team. And I guess Kro'khad's going to be added to this as well. Also, the buffs that he places, the taunt and the reflect damage buff on this champion, cannot be removed, stolen, or transferred if he has one of the dogs on the team. Also, on the A1, he's going to do an attack, 50% chance of placing decreased defense, but then it's going to team up with an allied dog, which should include Kro'khad on this move as well. And then when attacked, place a hex debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. Ally attacks on the target under hex debuffs will deal more damage. And when this champion is attacked, the dogs will counterattack, and that should include Kro'khad if I'm reading this description correctly on this. But the big thing here, at least it is big to me, because I was not around when they had that original Packmaster Shayak fusion. In August, you'll have the opportunity to not only fuse the Doggo, but get his master for those who missed Packmaster Shayak's fusion. Yeah, I wasn't playing back then last year. Also, Kro'khad, the Throat Ripper, soul from another activity, so I don't think these are going to be combined into one big event. I think there's going to be 2 separate events, but maybe the way you're reading this is 1 event. Let me know down in the comments if you think it's 1 or 2 event. I think it's going to be 2. And another activity to receive the most of the pair, wink, wink. So there was some guesses on Reddit what this activity can be. By the way, in October, yeah, we just read that part. And any guesses how? Could be something really relatively nice and low RNG, like a guaranteed champ event. But this is Palarium, so it's probably not going to be. This has a nice bunch of guesses here. Could be a handful of things. Classic guaranteed pull pull X amount of shards, then get them. Unlikely because these are super rare these days. This would also be super, super generous. Not sure if Palermo would do that. Deck of Fate. This seems to be the most likely, one of the 2 most frequently guaranteed champion events. Essentially, this is 20 sacred, so for most people, that is gonna be out of the running of Packmaster Strike unless you get really lucky with one of these sacreds. But if it's a Deck of Fate, they get that whole deck. Oh, it's a rough one. I think that's how they get, they release Graco's the Turn Drake. Hero's Path, next most likely. Probably Doggo's Soul in it too, similar to most event released in Valar event. And the Hero's Paths are not that bad. You can choose different paths on them. Sometimes they can get pretty expensive. I believe this, to get a lot of points for the Hero's Path, was the Souls, although I might be mistaken with the Titan event. But they did this with the past 2 fusions, Tormund and Santa. Again, I wasn't around during these, but I hope this is not the case with this one. I would much have the Doggo's 5-star soul in a Titan event than Shayak, but I am biased because I did the Shayak fusion, pulled 2 more dupes since then. All right, so this one could be cool as well. The Titan event is these I do like these Titan events. I believe this is the one that you get points for it, and then the more points you get from different activities in the game, you just collect more and more rewards for that. Kraken event, the win first in a champ chase or some kind of tournament. This is still very, very bad. Not a good thing. And then progressive chance events. This say opportunity, nothing about being guaranteed. It could be a progressive chance. I think that's initially how they released Graco's Turn Drake and Valar the Lost. The cynic of me, who's also long-term players, that's probably 5 or 6 because Plarium is gonna Plarium, and again, 5 or 6 is that Kraken event where it's you gotta win first in a tournament, or the progressive chance. That would be very, very bad. I hope it's probably the Hero's Path or Titan event. That's what I'm hoping for. Obviously, this would be really, really good if you have a bunch of shards saved up. But let me know what you are hoping for as we get to some of the nerfs. Some relics got nerfed yesterday. Following a review, recent usage data, players' feedback, we determined the Crown of Corruption relic provides an excessive speed boost, making it too overpowered for the current state of the game to improve balance and player experience, especially when facing opponents equipped with the Crown of Corruption relic. It will be rebalanced and aligned with other relics of the same rarity regarding the speed increase in next update 10.6. So if you do have this Crown of Corruption relic, it's gonna get weaker. Below you can see how the new rebalanced Crown of Corruption will look after the nearest release. Speed, 24. Crit damage, 21%. HP, 1,662. While you have more than 50% HP, you deal 5%. It goes up to 7.5, 10, 12.5, 17.5, and 25% more damage and receive 5%. Then it goes up to 7, 9, 11, 13, 15% less damage. When you have less than 50% HP, you deal 25% less damage and receive 15% less damage. Owners of the rebalanced Crown of Corruption relic will receive 640 Star Stones in a couple days after the update so that they are able to unequip the relic from the champion right away if they want to, of course. Also, the Storm Caller relic, it looks like it got a buff, not just nerfs, a buff. We noticed the incorrect behavior produced Storm Call buff in the Storm Caller relic. Places stun on enemies. Now stun from Storm Call buff cannot be resisted. It does not trigger the polymorph. This is not the way it should work, and it damaged the overall game balance. We will fix it in nearest update. After 10.6, we expect stun to be placed by Storm Call buff to work like a regular stun debuff. It cannot be reflected by the Wand of Submission relic. Reflection set cannot be applied due to Hand of Uncreation relic and can trigger polymorph. So that's what it's going to be like there. Also, a couple different things. Live arena season points not resetting. It's just a visual bug. It may occasionally occur at the beginning of the season. Visual bug. It's going to be corrected not in 10.6, but in 10.7. Gemstones in milestones of hard factions wars instead of the chest. Gemstones should not be displayed in the milestones of hard faction wars. This UI bug should be addressed in a nearest update. And clan league challenges win siege tier 7 and 8 will be added to clan league challenges. And of course, there is a clan versus clan. Every 2 weeks, there's a clan versus clan, a normal one and a personal rewards one. The one coming up this week is the personal rewards one. So hopefully you guys been saving your points. Hopefully you guys been saving your great haul points if you're still working on that. I am. Also, make sure you forge a lot of stuff in the forge, a lot of relics in the forge, because that's probably the best time to do it during these clan versus clan. Hopefully you got some value for this video. Let me know what kind of event you think is going to be released for Packmaster Shayak. I will see you guys next time. If you did get some value from this video though, leave the video a like, check out some of the other videos on the channel, but make sure you have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out. Take care, guys.